We're underway for the 5th round of the World Superbikes here. Welcome to Moist. Toprak Razgaliolu on pole position from Nicolo Bulliger and Danilo Petrucci. Then it's going to be Alex Lowes, Luca Noah alongside as well Gardner on the front row of the second row of the grid. Montella, Gardner, Gerloff, Bautista, Locatelli in 11th. Bassini, Vierge, Ray, Vandermark, Sofagulu, Redding, Vickers, Agata, Rabat and Mackenzie alongside Zahadi in 22nd position. Welcome to coverage. And as the green light goes on, alongside me in the commentary box this weekend here at the Czech Republic is Megan Birch. Megan,
someone seems to have stalled.
Welcome to World Superbikes, something that is a little bit more energetic than MotoGP. A total of three races. 2 main races, 45 minutes in length, and then one Super Pole race, which is half the distance.
This is the first.
Yes.
Also, someone could not get their bike started.
And that was Zahadi at the back of the field. I want to say apologies, by the way, that we weren't able to bring you the Practice 3 coverage this morning. We've recorded the times. Formula E overran, so we've had to wait. But we'll have everything up on the main channel shortly. At least qualifying is here. Last year, then here at the Autodrome Moist, it was Razgaliolu who dominated all 3, part of his 15 victories in a row he's run here. And certainly is one to watch. And Megs, this is sort of a throwback for you because quite a lot of the names here are riders you've called before in previous championships.
Yeah, some of them seem familiar. But then there's Razgaliolu, who never heard.
You've never heard of Toprak. Don't worry, you'll get used to it quite quickly as well. Toprak Razgaliolu coming in. There's your starting grid once more. 22 laps ahead of us. So Toprak Razgaliolu from Nicolo Bulliger, Danilo Petrucci. You remember Petrucci with Petra?
Yes,
yeah.
I know Petrucci.
Alex Lowes is 4th. Ika Lucanoa, still debuts in MotoGP. Remy Gardner, Yari Montella, Garrett Gerloff, he was in Moto2 and then in Moto... He's done in MotoGP a couple of times.
See, there's some I know, some I don't.
Sam Lowes, Avio Bautista,
yes.
You know him, Locatelli, Bassini, Javier Vierge, you'll remember, Jonathan Race, the British rider,
and I know Vandermark.
Yeah, you know Vandermark, yeah. Sofagulu, Redding, Scott Redding, of course, Ryan Vickers from British Superbikes, Dominic Agata, Tito Rabat, Tant Mackenzie and Zavin Zahadi and the field as well. Well, Bulliger dominated last time out at Cremona. Is this going to be a challenge for him to fight back, or is this Toprak's era of the championship? We're all set to go then here in the Czech Republic. Toprak's moving a little bit before the lights as well. They're on now. Lights out in the Czech Republic. A little bit of a wheelie coming from Alex Lowes and from Yari Montella. Down towards turn 1. Toprak on the BMW. He's got the inside line. But here comes Bulliger on the inside. And Bulliger's got it. Coming on the inside line. There comes Alex Lowes and Sam Lowes from the back into the tricky chicane. Are they all going to get through safely?
Oh!
No! Accident. And that involves Bautista. 2 riders down at the back of the field. It's Locatelli and Vandermark who have crashed out.
They managed to ride the bikes over so that they didn't fall on the ground, so that's lucky.
Tam Mackenzie was caught up in that. He's continued on, but yeah, that out goes Vandermark and Locatelli. The other BMW out of it. Brilliant start though from Nicolo Bulliger. He's got the advantage at the moment then from Toprak Razgaliolu. Danilo Petrucci coming through as well. And yeah, Ryan Vickers not there in the first sector. Neither was Andrea Locatelli. So
they might be the ones who went down.
Yeah, we'll see where they are. There was a 4 rider. The 55's not actively competing. That's Andrea Locatelli. Locatelli is out of the race as well. The 60s, that's Michael Vandermark's picked the bike back up. He's coming to the middle sector as well. But already drama on the opening lap. And Bulliger, lightning get away from the middle of the road. But everyone who seemed to be starting on the left-hand side had the wheelies. Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed that as well. And this circuit is just way too tight round that corner. I mean, no one. You're lucky if you get 2 bikes going around that and be fun.
The 87's been given a ride through for crashing under the yellow flag.
Crashing under the yellow flag. I don't think they can help that.
That's Remy Gardner, who is currently, according to my screen, running in 9th position. I don't think he has crashed under the yellow flag. We'll see how that goes on in a second. 1 lap down then, on to lap 2, and they're still clearing out in that part of the sector. So the local yellows will now be in effect as they come through. Someone was clipping the gravel earlier on further back, but a good start, to be fair. I was expecting a lot more drama. They've all kept it.
So in Superbikes, it's a good start if 2 riders.
It's pretty much a good start if 2 riders go down. Bulliger's TV camera not responding as he's now leading. We've had worse starts. I can think of a couple coming close to it, to be fair.
10 riders down.
You'd be surprised, actually, as well. So, Toprak going for his 4th win of the year. In comes Michael van der Mark, his teammate on the BMW squad. He's out of the race. Just trying to find the... And let's take a little look at the start. So here we go. And it's all caused by Bautista on the 19 getting caught up. Locatelli's on the inside line. He's already down. But it's all caused by a Constantino effect coming through. And it's Locatelli who touches the back of Bautista.
Tell you what, that was...
Yeah, Van der Mark had nowhere to go.
That was lucky because of falling next to the one who had fallen. If that hadn't happened, something bad could have happened.
Yeah, we've had enough of that.
Yeah. So that was quite lucky. And the fact that we were near the back at the time, can you imagine if that had happened to the riders near the front? That
was Tariq McKenzie's on-board lap. He's already got apparently a lap down on the timing screen, as we can now see as well. Into the braking zone, Bullock is still leading.
Oh, too close.
That was too tight. That is Ike Lucano, the 7, and Jonathan Ray back in just after injury. It's his 2nd weekend back, and he's already back up there inside the top 10. Running in 7th position on the Yamaha as well. And look at Toprak Razgalioli right in the back of Nicolo Bulliger. These two have been fighting all season long.
Because cutting the corner.
Yeah, just go straight through it. That's how it works. BMW have the stronger bike, but Ducati, much like in MotoGP, Megan, have an advantage.
When do they not have the advantage in anything, to be honest?
And the difference is, Megan, I think, to explain Superbikes to you compared to MotoGP, MotoGP is very much the prototype of racing. This is, you can go out and buy this exact bike in the supermarket right now if you wanted to.
Huh.
So these are the stock bikes, the factory bikes. You can go out and you can buy that very bike. Obviously not with the racing tyres and the setup, but that bike, basically, you can go out and get. And that's what Superbikes is about. Yeah. Next hotspot's down at turn 20 as Toprak is 0.162 behind Nicolo Bulliger at the moment as they come through. A little bit wide there from Bulliger. Toprak's trying to come back. Can't find the traction. Continues just to ease that throttle down. And Remy Gardner's gone down to 18th. I hope this is for his ride-through penalty.
I believe it is.
Yeah, he's gone down.
But
yeah, he's his ride-through penalty as well. Zafin Zahadi up in the Malaysian rider is up into 18th place now as well on that little run. Through the first chicane.
19 laps to go.
They're running at a 1:31. Yeah, that's round about on time. As in they come. There is Remy Gardner doing his long lap penalty.
About 34 minutes past.
Toprak's really close, but they're coming towards the section. As you said earlier, you spotted it. It's a tight circuit, this one here.
Yeah.
MotoGP don't race. They're going back to Brno. You might remember Brno.
Vaguely.
It was before you mainly rejoined the commentary box. It was there.
Yeah. Who's number 87?
That's Remy Gardner.
So really, really behind. But for 21 of Zahadi, why are they so far behind? Were they involved in lap 1?
I think he was. He's not that fast a rider, but for him to be 17 seconds off lap 2, yeah, he did stall at the back of the grid as well. You were right. I would
Someone stopped. 53. Or at least that's transponder. They've got going.
That's Tito Rabat.
I'm guessing maybe going slightly off track and
he has lost. Yeah. Oh, hello. Timing screen does do that where it changes sectors. We'll see what that says in a moment or two.
That's a good spot that person's picked. Right in the trees.
Look at the two Lowe's brothers. Alex 4th, Sam 5th. Younger ahead of older as again into turn 1. This is the move that Toprak's looking for, and he makes Bulliger stand up a little bit as well to braking. Brilliant between the champion of last year and the champion from the year before. And Bulliger really, really, really on the fight back now.
That was close as well because both of them started wobbling on the rear tyres at that time. So this really is tough on the tyres, I've noticed, because they all they don't tend to wobble as much as MotoGP does, but they wobble enough that it's at crucial points.
Yep.
there is it.
Nicola Bulaga, 25 years old. From Emilia Romagna. No wonder he's so good in the early conditions. Toprak from Turkey, the Turkish rider. Last year very much was the Turkish side. Picked up 15 wins in a row last year as well. So now BMW. Toprak's topped all the sessions and pole positions, and out of the race has gone Van der Mark. So one BMW is out of the race in that opening lap contact. So 3 out already, and it's only lap, well, what lap are we on? Lap 5.
5 and 3 out.
That's standard, really. I'd be surprised if it wasn't really that coming forward.
What is this?
Welcome to Superbikes.
Oh, okay. Also, I saw. Wait, that is retired.
Yeah.
Wait, it's only just come up.
Because Hardy and Gardner are so far back, they're not even yet crossed the control line. That's how bad it is. 3 wide down to the braking zone.
They don't get times.
Bautista trying to throw up the inside of Gerloff, and he's got it, but Gerloff nearly touches the rear tyre.
That could have almost spun them both.
9 times out of 10. And it's a bigger rear traction tyre. Look at Bautista's bike. It was absolutely skating around. Moved over from MotoGP and became the Superbike World Champion in his first season, Javier Bautista.
Ah.
That was a couple of years ago. Dominated much like our Toprak's do. We seem to be going through a phase of dominating riders.
Well, that's kind of standard at this point, let's face it. So, question.
Yeah.
Those who were previously MotoGP riders, do they all have the same trait that Acosta does in MotoGP of holding onto the bike and crashing?
A couple of them do, yeah.
Where does that come from?
Must be a prototype thing.
I never understand it. It's like they're super glued to the bike.
So there's Toprak again holding through. The gap between him and Bulaga, just fractions, 0.192. Tell you what, Daniel Petrucci's starting to come back in. He's running a special livery this weekend, his pet trucks.
It'd be a shame if he crashed.
Yeah.
But again, we get to see it up close if he did.
Over the line they come once again. 16 will remain here for the first race of the Superbike weekend.
Where's the points go to?
Same as MotoGP, down to 15.
Ah, so one more person out and then everyone gets points.
Ryan Vickers currently has that last points paying position. So they'll come through. Rabat's just crossed that line. Petrox is the fastest, the top 3.
Let's face it, Gardner ain't getting
No.
any points.
That crashing under yellow, which I don't think he did, he just dropped the front. That's a harsh penalty, but them's the rules, unfortunately.
It's just got really, really cloudy out there.
Yeah, the weather is a little bit iffy, to say the least.
Where exactly is this?
Czech Republic.
I'm going to check their weather.
Most. It's M-O-S-T.
Mo.
It's either moist or most or moist. There's many different pronunciations.
Okay.
Moist is the widely accepted one.
It's around Prague.
Yeah. There's a sunny weather at the moment coming in. There's no big chance of throwing down. Not until later on either here in the Czech Republic. Garrett Gerlos up to 11th position. He's passed XL Bassini, who's running in 12th place. Batahan Sofagulu in 13th. Dominic Agata in 14th position. Don't think we've got any no Czech riders making their home race here.
About 8:30 their time. It'll start raining.
So that means it's going to be a green track ahead of warm-up tomorrow at 8 o'clock. You can catch that on JBMotorsports 2. Fingers crossed, unless we have another issue with Formula E.
They're going to have a really nice day on Tuesday and Wednesday then. And then the week after that.
21 degrees. Oh, get me over there.
They have very good air quality as well, apparently.
But hang on a minute, Bassini just passed Gerloff again, but Gerloff was pulling over to the left of the circuit. I don't think Gerloff was actually doing a lot of running. 15 laps to go, and the gap now increasing. It's half a second between Razgaliolu and Bulaga as things stand here. Exit of turn number 5.
This is us.
Yeah.
We get 19.
Similar conditions, but it could be better.
I'd love to break into the 20s.
You are 20.
I know, but temperature-wise, I'd like to break into that.
I get what you mean.
Oh, it still feels weird.
And now on your summer holidays.
Yes, which I'm very happy about.
So am I, because this weekend's killing me, so that's why Megan's here. I couldn't do it single-handedly today, this weekend. So,
Oh, by the way, can I delete that documentary off my phone now?
Yes.
Thank goodness I'm going to do
Told
it.
you yes 3 days ago. Batista's in 9th. He's passed Jonathan Ray, who's now dropped down into 10th. So Jonathan was running in 7th. He's now moving backwards as the racing action continues. Toprak Razgalioli leads by 4/10 to Brunigan. Petrux, Sam, Alex, Lowe's 4th and 5th. Lucanoa 6th. Montella in 7th. Vieja 8th. Batista 9th. Scott Redding's dropped down to 15th. No, Scott Redding's up to 15th. He's passed Ryan Vickers. So the two British riders now moving up. A non-starter. Tom McKenzie's now officially classified as a non-starter in this race.
Fair. I don't understand one thing. The fact that my storage is somehow 61.
Nobody does. We'll get it sorted.
How?
Photos. Videos are 2 gigabytes.
Well, those need to go on the thing.
We'll get it sorted. Toprak leads by 4/10 at the moment. Coming from MotoGP, biggest difference you can see between that and Superbikes. One, the noise is different. That's something I noticed immediately.
Other than the angles.
Yeah, it's more cinematic you get here in Superbikes. This is their testing ground, and then if it works here, they'll put it in MotoGP. Both owned by Dorna.
I would say the biggest difference is how they overtake each other.
Yeah. And a rider tracker,
Yeah, that too.
which is nice to have. The 99 is under investigation for course cutting at turn 1. That is Batahan Sofagulu, the other Turkish rider on the grid. The other being Toprak. So he's cut the course at turn number 1. Toprak done a 131.118. That's the best race lap record here at the Autodromo Most. Well, surprised me. Batista's closing back up on the back of Javier Vieja.
Right, so 13 laps to go. And it's Ratsagulu, is it?
Toprak Razgalioli.
Razgalioli. It's really hard to say when you've only known the name for like 20 minutes.
Call him what everyone else does in the paddock. Toprak.
Toprak.
Yeah, that's literally what they all call. They just call him Toprak. It's his name, but it's also become like his nickname. It's weird. Toprak.
On form. Do you have a nickname? Yes, what is it? My actual name.
Yeah. It's weird how Toprak's actually become his nickname as well. Everyone will go around and just call him by his first name. It's nice, but it's not often you get a first name as a nickname.
It's
how
strange.
Toprak goes.
Well, he's just in that lap alone increased his 5/10 gap to a 7/10 gap.
I'd actually argue as well, you know how we have to say Mark and Alex and Sam and Alex in the differentiation between the brothers?
Why do they all have a brother named Alex?
Yeah, as Batista pulls round the outside of Vieja in towards turn 1, he's got that new stick easy, the Honda offering no resistance to the Ducati. What I was saying was, I think it's very rare that you can refer to a rider or any driver in any series by their first name and everybody knows who it is. Toprak, that's it. It's Toprak Razgalioli. Easy. It's just another fast lap, 131.109. Do you faster lap times?
You can see it in F1 sometimes, though, like Max and Lewis.
Yeah, Lewis, I think, especially. Max, Kimi, there's 2. Kimi Antonelli is now.
Yeah, but when you think of Kimi, who do you think of?
Kimi.
Yeah.
Like Mika as well.
Yeah.
Michael.
Mick,
yeah.
because his name's just me.
Long lap penalty for Sofagulu for that shortcut at turn 1, and we're not losing the 1 second that you have to go back to.
Fernando,
yeah. There's the circuit. So, pin-in speed difference. Even there's a longitude and latitude.
Oh, yeah.
The long lap penalty is down at turn 10.
We want to track down what point of the track we're on. The most I just thought of something. The most confusing motorsport thing when you nickname both the first and last name, Danny Rick.
Yeah.
What's your nickname? Well, I've nicknamed my first and last name.
No, it's Danny. Danny Rick. Alex Marquez, Mark Marquez, Alicia Spargo, Paul Spargo. Although Sam Lowe's has got a pretty cool one. Slow. SLO. That's his initials, and everyone calls him Slow.
I met you before.
Yeah. Alex, everyone calls him Hello.
I wonder if he likes the show Hello.
I would assume so. I'll ask him at Donington, actually.
It's like, have you ever watched, heard, or enjoyed the show Hello?
I'll ask him.
Oh.
That's so good with the penalty was said. I will ask with this very microphone, I will shove it in his face and go, do you like hello? Tell me everything. And then just give me well, maybe not
And if he
this.
says, what's Hello, show him.
Yeah,
Well, this is what it is.
I'll take the iPad and just get Lizzie to tell him what is going on about. I hope Lizzie is going to Superbikes. That was the plan anyway. I'll get that pass sorted actually, so while I'm here. 11 laps to go then. Yari Montella in 7th position is under pressure by Bautista as Toprak's now... Well, it's Toprak's race. 1.9 seconds clear to Bulliger. And unfortunately, that's going to be a pattern repeating.
In 2 laps, he's gained like a second.
Yeah, Pirelli tyres here, same as what we have in Moto 2 and Moto 3. So they do degrade like in Formula 1. Although parts of this circuit has been redone.
I've just thought of something.
Yep.
How do you say it then, yeah? Bulliger. Well, he was holding his own, trying to keep up with Toprak for most of this race, and yet now all of a sudden in the past few laps, he's lost second.
Well, Bulliger leads 198 to Toprak 164 in the championship standings after Bulliger dominated all 3 races in Australia and Toprak failed to score in 2 of those races. Toprak's been playing catch-up ever since, despite victories 4 times this year as well. And Bulliger then doing another 3-time win. Last time out, he's won 7 races so far this year. Toprak's won 4 there, and then Andrea Locatelli won the other. They're our only winners so far this year, as we're now in round 6 of the season. Yeah, I mean before Donington's next up. British Grand Prix next round.
Jeez.
If I'm not very much mistaken. Yeah. No, Emilia Romagna, 13th and 15th of June. I won't be here in the commentary box for that one. We're going to have a new commentator in. Because I think it's Matt White and JT, I think, might be coming to me for that one. I think Lizzie might be joining in as well for that one over Emilia Romagna. And then I'm back on site in July at Donington. It's going to be a very busy couple of weeks for me. I think I'm actually away nearly all of July. Like, not even kidding. I think I'm at Donington and I'm in London.
I've just thought...
I'm being very busy.
You really are. When are you going to sleep?
How am I going to afford it?
Is it just me, or can I smell fish and chips?
Probably. Manifesting. You're right about the weather. Look how dark it's got.
Yeah, it really has.
Quite quickly as well.
I mean, and it's only a certain part of the circuit, like there.
Yeah.
It looks like, do you know, cinematic.
That pan backwards, yeah.
Yeah.
So, trackside at Thruxton on the 7th, 8th and 9th. Or the 7th and 8th, really. So that's the weekend of Aragon. Then have a weekend back home.
When there's barely anything on.
Then I'm at Alton Park.
When there's more things on.
Then I have... then I have 2 weekends back before I'm then at Donington for World Superbikes. And then 1 week back, and then the next week I'm in London. So I'm here, there. Travelling a lot for races.
Honestly.
That's going to be fun. 2/3 of the race has been completed. The red flag comes out now. The race does not have to be restarted.
I kind of hope it does.
Yeah.
Gives you more of a break.
Yeah. Marco Zama Benedetti as well coming through.
Why does everyone have such complicated names? We need to start naming people's last names like we do with Danny Rick.
Yeah.
I don't even know why we nicknamed Danny Rick. His last name isn't even hard to pronounce.
It's stuck from karting. It's an Aussie thing. Like Crocodile Dundee. Danny Rick, yeah. There's a few Australians actually that you could say. Remy Gardner, very much. That side of the world. Yeah, the Australian from Randwick, 27 years old is Remy. Not a bad race. Race direction. Yeah, so for Gulu's penalty, that's what just flashed up on the timing tower. 8 laps to go.
Oh, and I can tell someone who's definitely not getting points. Also, I can't stand. Yes, my feet are not feeling good, and I'm not feeling good.
This is going to be good. Tired leading the blind. Yeah, so just looking at the timing tower as well. 2.785 the gap now, as we watch as Bautista trying to get through on Yowie Montella. He's got a good exit out of the last corner here. Pulls in the slipstream, down to turn 1 into the chicane. He's pulling to the inside. Bautista through.
Woohoo!
Easily done.
Yeah.
Well, he got caught up in that opening lap crash to Davide Bautista. Now he's having to fight back.
Where is he again?
He's now in 7th position.
Oh, there he is. Thank you.
Better?
See.
Still, action zones.
I just realised I haven't had lunch. That's probably why I'm not feeling well.
Neither have I. I haven't even had breakfast.
Don't eat.
Well, I had 2 packets of crisps.
True.
I ate one and said, "Ben, get me another."
And it's like, you've only just had one. Oh, wheelie!
Yeah, just take a look at this week.
No wonder there's none left.
You're behind the television. Giving me a look now. Sitting there under the light, you look like the pale ghost. Seven to go. Toprak leads by 2.7 seconds to Billiger, 3.1. Now 3.4, the gap between him and Pet Trucks. Field massively spread out, as you can see on the timing towers.
See.
Alongside us. So we will just wait and see what we're going to get next up in this.
Maybe they'll crash.
It's a very balmy race, as that is Bautista's again, his next motive.
Let's see whether there's, slight little bits of bumpiness around that corner.
And things that go bump in the race.
Yes, never end up good.
Just increasing the size of the timing tower because, well, why not when we don't have a lot of riders in this field?
No, we do not.
We're down to 22 out of the 24 we should have had. Maybe put socks on, that might help.
Yeah, but it's more itchiness.
Again, put socks on, that might help.
No, these are my old ones. They're allowed to get rid.
Toprak now leading 2.7. 2.9. 3.2!
3 point... Okay.
Look at Sector 3 as well.
What? Did he have like a secret tyre change by just clicking his fingers?
By
or...
the pricking of my thumbs. Something wicked. Toprak comes. What was his last lap? 131.6. So we're 5/10 slower, but Toprak's last lap, 131.631. Bulliger and Petrux, 132.1, 32.4, 32.5, 32.6. Toprak is the fastest man on the field right now.
How has he done?
Massive margin. I honestly don't even know anymore.
What's he put in those tyres? That's a driver strip. Well, rider strip.
You
Riser strip.
don't mind them that much. You'll be very happy to inform me this morning. They stopped. Dan Tinks have stopped, took one off, screwed it up, and popped it to the side, and then got picked up by the mechanics in the pit lane.
Okay, that's fine.
You let him know where it was going to be as well.
Like, I'm putting it there. Pick it up.
Oh, JT.
Yeah, earlier on, with that FP3 thing, the thing I talked to you about.
Yeah.
I'm glad I checked now.
Yeah, one job. Bautista in 7th, moving up now to Aiki Lukanoa. So, 5 to go here.
5.4!
Megan seems to be noticing something on the down screen.
Yeah! The fact that Toprak has got a gap to... I can't remember his name.
Bullaga.
Bull-Egger.
Bautista's moving to the outside line, kept through on Lukanoa, and he's got through into turn 1. Megan.
It's exactly double that. Look, those are double each other.
Yes, they are. Twice the pride, double the fall.
Right, Dookie.
Well, it's one of those days in the touring cars where we all just sort of accept that hell could happen at any moment. Hell have no fury, like a World Superbike score.
And hold on, let's see.
If your evil plan is working.
Oh, it is. But
What have you got?
they have really big gaps towards each other.
Gaps keep growing and growing and growing, but we've only got 4 laps left of the race so far. What have you got, Max?
Loads and loads.
Alex and Sam together again.
Which one's older?
Sam's older than Alex.
Oh, this must be so nice for Alex. He's ahead of him.
Yeah. It depends on what you mean by nice.
Gloating.
Oh, he's 100% gloating. Wouldn't you gloat?
Yes.
I'm glad we're on the same wavelength.
Also, why do most of the motorsport community, if they have a brother in the sport, why is that brother always called Alex? Or Elish?
Yeah, it's only Darren and Brad that don't have that.
And Rossi and...
Yeah. Oh, Zachary and Zahidan as well is out of the race now. I would say that's a problem for him.
Yeah, he's been slow all throughout, and even when he started on the warm-up lap, he stalled somehow, which I didn't even know was possible.
I don't think it was possible as well.
Well, he did it. Don't know how. 4.4. Okay, that's a lot of falls.
Yeah.
4.444. Oh, Gardner's retired as well. That's 17 left in the race.
So Gardner's out too, as our coverage of IndyCar session is underway on the YouTube channel for their session. Yeah, so out goes Gardner, it looks like, as well. Retired though from the race, Megs.
Yeah. Most of them have been retired, I've noticed.
Not taken out though, just retired. What's going on with our screens? Come on.
Only like 2 have been like taken out, and even then I think they got to the pit lane.
Toprak's going to win yet again this year.
Ooh, a little bit of speed from Bullaga.
What race? Bullaga will win for the... Sorry, Toprak will win for the 5th time this year. Bullaga has 7.
Catching up.
Bautista to Sam Lowes. Alex back ahead though, as you mentioned that earlier on.
Please, Bautista, don't break up the brothers.
I think he might.
Please don't.
He likes doing it though.
Boy, it's just like, you can't have a Lowe's and Lowe's next to each other.
Sam Lowes, Alex Lowes, he doesn't really see a difference. All he sees is his enemies. Although, Sam is on the fellow Ducati Panigale V4R, whereas Alex Lowes is on the Bitmotor Rimini bike.
Like, if you can't take him down, I will.
Bautista's got a little bit of traction at the rear. He saved his tyre as well, actually, coming through the field. Watch out for Bautista tomorrow, actually, in the Super Pole race. That could be something. I believe at 10 a.m. tomorrow. 10 lap half race. if I'm in the box, it might be world feed rather than us. Depends on how the situation will go around. He's going to have him here, isn't he? He's waiting. Just trying to find a small bit of traction, a small bit of... Yeah, there he goes on the inside. Nice move. That was planned. And can Sam get back on the inside with the undercut? Yes, he can. He forces Bautista to the curb and shows him the door.
Can it be a double undercut?
Yeah, down towards turn 1. This is just getting that he likes. This is the last lap of the race, by the way. Toprak leads by over 5 seconds. Here comes Bautista then, up the inside line, late on the brakes, and, well, yeah, to be fair, Sam knew he could do nothing about that under braking.
He did try and kick him, though.
It looked like a bit of frustration. He was like, damn it.
Yeah, just like, you're meant to be on the same team. Why are you taking over me?
Yeah. Oh, and Bautista, you can see whether he's had damage earlier on in the race. Something flew off there, some sort of metal antenna.
I'm going to guess from the opening lap. I mean, that was a tough one.
Where is Toprak coming in now, the number 1?
5 seconds ahead, that's where it's coming in.
He's coming past sector 3. Bulliger will be second. So Toprak once again taking ownership of this place.
His number's 1 and he's coming in first.
He hates the number 1.
Why?
He's had bad luck with it this season. Bad luck. He said he'd never race with number 1 again. This is his only season. If he could change mid-year, he would. He hates the number 1.
They should change mid-year. They should be allowed.
Well, here in Moist, it's the same old. Practice 1, practice 2, practice 3, qualifying, and now race 1. Toprak Razgaliolu sweeping once again here in the Czech Republic. He's checked out in race 1. Toprak wins by over 6 seconds to Bulliger. Petrucci in 3rd, Alex Lowe's 4th, Bautista will come home 5th with Sam in 6th, Lucana, Montella, Vieje, and Jonathan Ray gets points for the first time on his return. Garrett Gerloff in 11th, Axel Bassini, Dominic Agata, Scott Redding, and Batan Sofakulu does get points. Ryan Vickers and Tito Rabat. Out was Gardner, Zahidi, Vandermark, Locatelli, and did not start was Tart McKenzie. What do you make of Superbikes then?
I think it's good.
Yeah. It's an interesting, different concept of racing.
It is.
What's Toprak going to do this time? Last time he won, he had airplanes. I wish I was kidding. He loves doing little jokes. He loves doing the little things. Only it's been confirmed, by the way, by the stewards. It's the Turkish flag. Is that all in the Czech Republic?
Maybe saving the real fireworks for later.
I'm disappointed. I was expecting more of a...
Typical, the one time I'm not.
Yeah, I was expecting more of an atmosphere, what have he got?
Maybe he's not feeling well.
Another win for the BMW. Is that fireworks? He's dressed up.
Maybe he's going to throw the flag at someone.
Park Fairmay coming up next, though. Okay, so do you want to wait to see it or dive off?
I think I'll dive off. Are you going to be okay?
I'll be fine. I'll hand over to TNT for the post-race ceremonies as well.
Okie dokie.
Not bad, though. Toprak winning again. It's still the same 3 winners we've had and the same 2 multiple winners. Locatelli only winning once.
Mm.
But, yeah, not bad, then.
Mm.
Right, off you go. See you later.
Bye-bye.
So there's the action. There's the action then coming through. We'll see if we're qualifying in around about 10 minutes? An hour? What's the gap?
3.
3 o'clock?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'll see you in an hour. I didn't know there was that big of a gap.
Hour and a half.
I know Formula 2's on right now, but my goodness me. Okay, I'll see you later. Hour and a half gap. Okay, wow. Proves how much I know about action. IndyCar coverage is on right now, though. If you want to go and take a look, you're more than welcome to join the greatest spectacle in racing. We're about to have all the action as well on board with the monitors. So stay close and enjoy the action of IndyCar in a more civilized viewpoint, I would say, as well. As the racing action will continue in, I hope, a respectable run and a good, clean run. As we'll hand now over back to the world feed with the action well underway here for the post-race ceremony.
I would be nervous as hell, but Nicolo Bulega could handle the stress and ride at the second place.
Second place here at Mars for Nicolo Bulega. An unbelievable achievement after his Friday practice crash. Massive high side. Third for Danilo Petrucci. Just the 3 bikes in Parc Fermé. We don't have a fourth because the top independent is actually on the podium, and that is Petrucci, of course. Toprak coasts his way in. You can see why his nickname is Toprak. Victory lane. Career podium 151. Career win number 62. Podium number 9 from 13 races so far this year. 5 of those 9 podiums now have been race wins, which puts him just 2 wins behind Bulega for the 2025 campaign. Let's just listen into Toprak.
Opposite the podium, just for the podium presentations, we need the flags to be lower than head height. Otherwise, nobody on television can see the podium. Once the podium is complete, you can go with
Michael Hill just notify the spectators there that you need to get the flags down a little bit so the TV cameras can actually see the riders when they are on the podium. It makes good sense. That's the debrief already starting. It's the first time the team and rider have a chance to communicate with one another after the race. Here's the championship situation. Nicolo Bulega, a 29-point lead now. That's come down by 5 from 34. Bautista, 82 off the lead. In the manufacturers, Ducati's lead has come down a little bit as well, of course, to 56 over BMW. Yamaha are third from Honda, Bimotor, and then Kawasaki, completing your top 6. How was the last lap, says Toprak? And Phil Maron's question there was, how was the rear tyre? No surprise there. Well, what a ride for Bautista. He's back in after that 5th place. Spectacular stuff. This is the situation at the first corner with the tangle. Bautista in the middle there. Locatelli goes down. Vandermark goes down. Vickers round the outside. Scott Redding managing to avoid all of the chaos as Bautista fights his way back up through the field from 16th on the opening lap to 5th at the end. James Tozen then down in Parc Fermé.
Thank you, Greg. Well, it wasn't one for the history books, was it, with the gaps? But I'm sure this man won't care at all. Another podium for Danilo Petrucci. How was that for you, buddy?
It was good. It was tough because I tried to stay with them, but little by little, they were a pair of tenths faster than me, and I showed that the gap from the riders behind was improving, so I said, okay, just keep this pace. It was hard because a lot of change of direction. Hard for the body, but yeah, a podium is always good, and I'm so happy.
How was the bike for you? How was the tyre towards the end of the race? Any changes you need for tomorrow?
Don't think so. At the moment, I think it's okay. The bike, for sure, we have to improve a bit on acceleration, but the bike is nearly perfect. We have to see where the other guys are faster.
A great podium, Petrucci. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, brilliant, wasn't it? And as we go from 3rd, I'm not sure who we're going to have next, but I think it's going to be Nicolo Bulega, and he must be sore. I mean, I'm going to keep this interview as quick as I can for him, because you can see he's limping towards us. This man must be in some serious pain. If you saw his crash from yesterday, this morning on the show, you will know that that was a heroic performance from this man. A very well-deserved 20 points, but I bet you're ready for the bed for a rest now.
Yeah, now after the interview I go to sleep.
I'm sure you are, but we were all so impressed with you tried your best for 3/4 of the race, but you must be pleased with considering yesterday.
Yeah, I have to be happy because yesterday After the huge crash, I was lucky to ride the bike again, and after yesterday crash, today on the podium is very good. Unfortunately, Toprak was very strong today, but we know that here in Most especially is always very fast and strong. So I was not also 100% physically, so I think we have to be happy. Second place, we lose only 5 points, so we still we are still here. So I hope to find something for tomorrow, for try to be a bit faster, and we will see.
This is one of the lessons, isn't it, of a rider? You kind of learn how to win at the top level, you learn how to lose, and then one of the lessons is to come back and ride when you're really injured. It's psychologically, it's not an easy thing to do, is it?
No, Superbike weekends are very stressful because we have 3 races, session by session are really close. So from Friday to Sunday you don't have time to take a breath, and it's always difficult, especially if you make a big crash in FP1, then you have to add also physiotherapy. So yeah, it's not easy, but like I said you before in the on the grid, we are riders, so we know that sometimes the weekends can be harder, and we have to do it anyway.
You should be very proud of yourself. Congratulations, Nicolo.
Thank you.
Absolutely brilliant. Second place and 20 points for that. And he's just going to go for his Dorna interview now, I'm sure. But we've got one rider to interview left, and it is the world champ. He's back on the top step of the podium. Like he said, he was going to promise that he was going to win this race. Nice feeling again?
Yeah, nice feeling. I enjoy on the bike. And but the beginning race, the Nico is also pushing so hard. I understand when I'm looking at the board, and I understand he's also the limit. But I'm just keep to my pace. And the beginning race, I'm not easy to adapt because the wind always changing. When I come to the first corner, the one lap I feel, you know, the slower too much. The next lap I'm trying a little bit more hard braking by not stopping is a little bit difficult. But after I adapt, I'm riding very well, and the pace is very strong pace and not bad, and also I'm pushing so hard because I need to win this race. Finally we are here. I'm very happy for this.
Were you surprised how the rear tyre and the bike performed right until the checkered flag? It looked faultless all the way through.
Yeah, but I'm just also waiting the last lap and just you know, try to keep my pace. I did some mistake, but the tire is not so bad. Still have a grip, but also the front tire is a little bit drop. But this is normal because the lap time is so fast. And tomorrow we will see. You know, I will try 2 more races to win the race.
Back on the top step. Congratulations, Toprak.
Thank you very much.
Back to you, Greg.
Thank you, James. Yeah, absolutely. Interesting situation there, wasn't it? Phil Marin, actually, I was listening to them, James. I don't know whether you could hear from down in Parc Fermé, but he asked Toprak straight away when they came in, how was the rear tyre? And as Toprak's just confirmed to you, it was the front tyre he was more concerned about. And we talked about, didn't we, about front tyre life during that race and the fact that he just dropped back behind Buliga for the first few laps, and he was chasing the Italian. And as was the case when we went to Cremona a couple of weeks ago, still is the case here. Of course, Budiga's not yet won here at Most in the Czech Republic. So it was settling down initially, wasn't it? And then we got to lap 4, and Toprak decided to go on the attack, really, for the first time this afternoon. As I say, he ended up 6 seconds ahead at the end of this race. Gets in the tow, down the start-finish straight. We know how strong he is. Down into turn 1 as the rear wheel lifts just slightly, but not much compared to what he usually does. Through he goes, and that was all she wrote, wasn't it? It ended up being 6 seconds ahead, as I say, at the end of the race. Round of applause then, rightly so, from BMW as Toprak comes through for another splendid victory here. 9 wins for him then. But equally splendid, even more so in many ways for Alvaro Bautista. He's got to get the qualifying sorted out. He was 10th on the grid, gets caught up in a first corner tangle, drops to 16th, 15th at the end of the opening lap, and then he was picking them off, wasn't he, with phenomenal pace, as James said there during the race. When he's on that lighter fuel load with a heavier worn tyre in the closing stages, he excels. How many times have we seen this over the years? Takes 7th position initially then from Jari Montella. That was on the run down into turn 1. This is Iker Lecuona's Honda in front of us now as we come shooting through. I mean, these bikes are similar on the horsepower stakes, but the exit Bautista got there with his style and weight combination was phenomenal off that last corner. And then his next target was the Mark VDS Ducati of Sam Lowes, and up into where he ended up finishing 5th. He goes. Spectacular stuff for Alvaro Bautista. He's got to do it again, though, now tomorrow from 10th on the grid. And hopefully, as James has said, he can have a better finishing position in the Superpole race, ready for his race 2 grid position later on Sunday afternoon. That's the importance now with the format we have. We've got a 15-minute qualifying session which determines the grid for race 1 on Saturday and the Tito Superpole race on Sunday, and then that determines the grid for race 2. So it means there is so much emphasis on that 15-minute qualifying session on a Saturday morning, and that really has been the Achilles heel of Alvaro Bautista over the last year or two. This is the Pirelli Best Lap Award. Toprak having set the fastest lap in that race down on lap 10. He did a 31.9, but even on the 22nd lap he put in a 31.7. Amazing. I mean, he was only, what is that, 8/10 it was, slower at the end of the race. He could have gone even quicker, couldn't he, if he'd needed to. No tyre worries at all there then by the looks of things from Toprak. Up onto the podium we come. Petrucci 3rd, Budiga 2nd. Look how he's struggling to walk, though, after the Friday morning crash.
You're going to make a little bit of noise. The race winner, the new lap record holder for Rocket BMW, Toprak!
Aggrieved earlier on today when his best qualifying lap was taken away from him. Not to worry, because his second best was enough for pole position anyway. Certainly not so aggravated now as he wins by 6 seconds. Petrucci now is ahead of Andrea Locatelli for 4th in the championship. 5 points between them. Incidentally, Petrucci now, he's hot on the heels of Bautista, actually. Only 13 behind him for 3rd overall. Budiga still leads, 29 ahead of the man on his left.
To begin the presentations to the race winner, the 25 World Championship points, to Toprak Razgatlioglu.
13 starts at Most, 9 wins, 12 podiums.
The winning team. That honour today goes to Chris Gonsher, the technical director of BMW Motorsports.
I can also tell you this victory now for Toprak is the 62nd of his career, only 1 behind Alvaro Bautista's 63, for 2nd in the record books behind Jonathan Ray. Let's not forget there are 3 races per weekend now, so it's not completely fair on the likes of Tosland and Foggy and Hargett and Bayliss and Edwards and those two have gone before them. We need to look more at the winter starts percentages, don't we? So the Turkish national anthem for Toprak Razgatlioglu for the 5th time this year.
Toprak Razgatlioglu once again doing Toprak Razgatlioglu things. It's champagne time. Well, we'll be back for all of the action from the next race, the Superpole tomorrow. Join us here on JB Motorsports for all of the action. Take care. Bye-bye.